This is a relaxing and guided imagery story trance that takes you through each season: a magical winter world, an ideal spring, a summer day at a wilderness lake, and the beautiful fall colors. Each transition into the next exploring some of the best features of each. This is a safe for work trance with an emphasis on sensory and nature. There is something magical about the different seasons. Each and every one, they call to mind special imagery and ideas when you think of them. They have colors, sensations, and variations, depending on where you live. There is, of course, the ideal scene for each, and I'm going to take you on a journey to explore each one. For this trance, there are no triggers, and it is safe for work. If any suggestion made makes you uncomfortable, you'll mind or ignore them and move on to the next. This is a primarily relaxing and guided imagery story with elements from each season. Sensory will play a significant role. Now, take a moment and find a comfortable position, sitting or lying, whatever works for you. Make sure you have a place where you will not be disturbed. And when you find that position, let yourself find an easy rhythm of breathing. Breaths in and out at whatever rate and depth that works best for you. And as you breathe, find a spot to focus on. Something you can clearly see that does not move or easily fade from sight. Focus on that. Try not to blink. And let your body start to sink into where you sit or lie. Eyes focusing hard on that specific place as you breathe and relax more and more each moment. Time stretching and shrinking, and thoughts moving through your mind one by one or multiple at a time, drifting and dropping in and out of focus. Body sinking, mind floating, eyes fixed in place as you listen and think. It's difficult, though, to keep from blinking, to focus so hard. It's better to let go and slip and sink, as each breath and slight shift makes you relax so much more, thinking about how nice it would feel to let them close and allow yourself to drift. Each second a strain to keep staring. It would be better to drift and drop and slip into the peace and relaxation of the scene ahead. As you stare and slip and breathe, noticing a haze and darkness moving in from your periphery, darkening and dimming, slipping into darkness more and more, moment by moment. Try not to blink as you gaze, listening to my words and breathing, each breath relaxing more and more as you breathe in, and each breath out feeling every bit of you slouch and slip and sink and drop, till you blink again. And this time, it's harder to open those eyes. The darkness around those open eyes, creeping in closer and closer, comfortable and peaceful, more and more moment by moment, until you finally close those eyes. As you move down, slipping, drifting, the sounds around you dimming, deafening, all background noises each familiar. All background noises, each familiar sound, fading out, fading into the distance, out of focus, except for my voice. Even the sounds that linger, all they do is help you to relax further and slip just out of reach. Senses and sensations moving away, slipping down, slipping down and down. After the sound, the sight, even the light behind your closed eyes, darkening, dimming, and dissipating. And the sensation of the surface beneath you fading into abstraction, out of focus, blurred, and out of reach. All those sensations, all those senses moving away, slipping down, 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 feeling all senses gone as you fall into comfortable darkness, without sight, sensation, or sound, save for my voice, letting thoughts move and slide away somewhere else. You don't need them now. Drifting, slipping, falling, down, down, down. No sense of up or down, just floating in that comfortable darkness as you move. Safe, comfortable, and peaceful. Thoughts aren't important, except what I will now describe. And as my words paint the scene, the sensations will slowly return. First, firm ground beneath your feet, a slight breeze against your skin, a feeling of not hot or cold, just a vague warmth and quiet surroundings. There's the faint smell of flowers, or is it the forest pine and moss, the fresh cool snow? There was a hint of so many scents and the distant sounds of water, wind, and other things. Open your eyes and your mind and find yourself in a room of sorts. Hazy and white, dreamlike with a mist covering the solid ground, wrapping around the walls and the ceiling. It feels like the inside of a cloud might feel like. Enough light to see, but not too far ahead. In front of you sits a table with a tall glass with a handle, and as you walk closer, the aroma hits you of chocolate, cinnamon and vanilla. It has a glass of hot chocolate, luxurious and rich in appearance. As you take it in your hand, you feel the warmth as steam rises above it, and with that first sip, it is the richest of chocolates, perfection in a glass. Never have you experienced anything this delicious. As you sip, the fog in the room drifts away, as does the room. As you feel a slight chill in the air and watch as snow begins to fall around you. Perfect, white, fluffy flakes dropping to the ground. In front and behind, the trees covered with glistening snow. As you stare, you realize your attire has changed. You're dressed in the perfect clothing, warm and comfortable. As you walk forward, cocoa still in hand. This isn't a normal forest, though. You realize as you watch the trees, snow melted into different shades and changing color to ornament the trees with every color and shape you could imagine. All around you, the trees transform, some with every shade of blue, others purple, some orange, different shades and variations. Some with only glowing lights, others with ornate ornaments. No one tree the same. The snowflakes falling in a flurry around you, changing from clear and white to sparkling gems of every color, moving and drifting around before increasing in size and shape, forming something in front of you. At first, it's hard to see as you sip the chocolate. The chill in the air not bothering you with the warm clothes and the hot drink as you gaze at the magic beneath you. The chill in the air not bothering you with the warm clothes and hot drink as you gaze at the magic before you. The warmth of the hot cocoa moving through you and your body, filling you with a warmth and a peace and a calm and an excitement. In front of your eyes, a silver sleigh appears, led by what seems to be a horse made from snow and ice. Take a step into the sleigh. Settle into that comfortable seat, leaning back, holding your glass. Take another sip as the horse moves forward, smoothly and slowly at first. As you're pulled along the snow, the sound of the sled moving through the icy, slushy snow. The crispness of the air filling your lungs. The colorful trees alongside as you take in the scene. Stepping slow and steadily faster. Light walk to a canter, to a gallop, to a run. Steadily faster and faster as the horse steps into the air and pulls you up with it, up higher and higher, till the landscape beneath is glimmering lights, and you move above the clouds and into the stars. Beneath you, the colorful trees and lights fade smaller and smaller below, but the stars above you and around you change, shimmer, sparkle, and shine. Stars of every color, size, and shape, sparkling like gems. Some start to fall around you, leaving trails of colorful light, others shooting overhead. The ride continues through the stars, the ground far below, as you feel the cool air and enjoy the beauty of the sky in this magical place. Before slowly moving down, down, and back towards the land beneath. As you finish your drink, the sleigh lands smoothly on the snow, and the world around you shifts and changes. The sun starting to slowly rise and the snow beginning to melt as the sled and the horse vanish in a sparkle of light and flurry of snow. In place of the sleigh, that same table from that strange room, and on it this time, fresh fruit covered in chocolate, dark, milk, white, and others you couldn't identify. Your favorites all laid before you in a shallow bowl. As you pick a piece of fruit and take a bite, the snowscape is transformed as the sun rises, and the blackness of the night transitions into a deep purple that moves to lighter shades and into reds and oranges, like a painting overhead until the sun is high overhead and the white has changed to lush green grass, and the trees transform into those covered with blossoms, beautiful colors, and the scent of spring. Flowers blooming all along the green grass. Ahead, a previously frozen white-covered lake has turned a crystal blue. Butterflies move through the air landing on flowers. Your attire has also changed to something perfect for a warm day. You take the plate and walk down the now visible path between the rows of trees, cherry blossoms, fruitless pear trees, and every variety. Blossoms of blue, pink, red, purple, the perfect spring. The air is fresh and filled with a sweet and alluring floral scent, not overpowering, but intoxicating in its own way. You find a spot along the trail with soft grass and sit beneath a cherry blossom tree, watching the butterflies and listening to the birds sing, relaxing in the peaceful and beautiful scene, enjoying the piece of chocolate-covered fresh fruit. A soft breeze moves through, and as you finish the last piece, savoring it, the plate disappears, and it's replaced by a cool glass of a sweet drink that reminds you of summer. And the flowers start to float and move through the air, swirling and dancing and disappearing, leaving now green leaves of every shade of red and green. The grass is still soft. The sky above is dotted with clouds, and the golden sun shines down, warming you. You rise slowly with a gentle energy filling you, and turn, walking towards a new path towards the lake. As the heat of the day with the sun high above you increases, you decide to go for a swim. You continue down the path, reaching the lake, walking along the smooth, warm sand towards the shore. The water moving up and over the sand, the sound of the water soothing and alluring. And you realize, as you look down at yourself, you're dressed for the beach and for a swim. As you walk forward, letting the water swirl around your ankles and move up, drawing you deeper. As you set down the glass, the last part of the drink remaining, and move forward further, starting to swim. The water moves over and around you, refreshing and cool, perfect against the warmth of the sun and the heat of the day. Swimming forward through the cool, clear water, seeing down into its depths, smooth rocks and sands, green plants and colorful fish. As you look ahead, you see the ancient mountains in the distance topped with the white snow, so tall that the snow seldom melts away. One mountain is square-shaped with a flat top, and others are jagged. Around you, closer, are green-covered hills with countless trees. Across the lake, you see a distant channel flowing slowly into the lake. To your right, a forest dense and dark, filled with mysteries for later, with the occasional small strip of beach and protected cove. On the left, a sparse hill with a sloping back, only the occasional tree. Still near to the shore, you turn on your back and float gently, slowly, gazing up at the blue skies, feeling the cool warmth help you relax deeper as you drift. Time has no meaning in this place. Even as the sun slowly moves down towards the horizon, filling the sky with every shade of purple, pink, and red, reflecting down into the glassy lake, making you feel as you are drifting through a painting. A light breeze moves the water and you towards the shore as you reluctantly turn and swim back, stepping out the water and taking the glass, finishing the refreshing cool drink. As you do, you feel a slight chill in the air and shiver, still dressed for a warm summer's day. Before your eyes, the once cool glass morphs, shifts, and changes, temperature increasing and becoming warm, steam rising out of it along with the scent of cinnamon and apple, and other less describable aromas, but alluring, especially with the new chill. Take a sip of hot apple cider, the most perfect you've ever experienced. Even one that didn't enjoy the drink would find this difficult to resist. As you sip and savor, another change takes place. You feel it warm you, and the scene around you shifts and twists and changes. The leaves start to drift and float, swirling around in reds and oranges and yellow waves and mists, moving, falling, drifting down onto the lake, adding to the colors of the sky. You look away from the lake and walk back towards another path, towards trees with leaves of gold, burnt orange, and crimson red. The grass also shifts to a reddish tint. You move down the path and see a pumpkin patch with large orange pumpkins and green vines, brilliant fall colors all around. Aside the patch are trees bearing bright red apples a short distance away, and an old cider mill, no doubt the source of the cider in your hand. It's a perfect fall evening, just enough of the sun remaining to light the way. A short distance away you see the glow of a fire, and walk towards it. Leaves crunching beneath your feet as you make it to a fire ring, with flames dancing up and rising towards the sky. Take a seat on an old wooden bench. There are many provided around the fire. And you sit and gaze into the fire pit, watching the flames as they dance above the logs, flickering and shifting. Smoke rising up to the air, crackling sounds of the burning logs and the smell of wood and smoke. This intoxicates you in another way. You stare into the flames and watch them shift and change. You can almost see all the things that you've seen transpire before you in those flames. As you finish the cider slowly, enjoying the end of autumn, and that day, as you prepare to return, the scent of cinnamon and fall and spice starts to drift away as you finish the cider and the glass vanishes. As you finish the cider and the glass vanishes, so does the scene. The sun setting again as the colors fade to black. The sounds of the fire and the breeze slip away, along with the sensation of the chill. The warmth and the feel of the chair you sit in. Just once again, as you finish the cider, the glass vanishes, and so does the scene. The sun setting and the colors fade to black, and the sounds of the fire and breeze slip away, along with the sensation of the chill. The warmth and the feel of the chair you sit in disappear, and just again, like before, you drift in that comfortable darkness, remembering all you've seen and experienced, and knowing you can return again and explore further as there is more to see in another day. For now, let yourself slowly return to your waking life. In a few moments, you'll wake fully aware, refreshed and relaxed. First, the sensations of the surface you sit or lie on will return. The background sounds becoming more prominent and present. The light behind your closed eye is becoming more present as you start to shift and stir, starting to return as your eyes blink and you shift and you stretch, waking, refreshed, and relaxed. And for those of you that require a little bit more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Weak and relaxed. Thank you for joining me on this season's journey. I will see you the next time.